Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Dara and I do bookish videos, writing videos, and like themed vlogs most of the time. So welcome, glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoy reading or writing. Today, as you can tell, I am doing the reading habits tag. So I'm basically just going to be answering questions about my reading habits, obviously. And I love watching these videos because they're interesting, because while reading is like something where you're like, oh, you sit down and read a book, or you listen to it, or you read the ebook, whatever, like most people are doing it the same. But in fact, we all do things a little differently. So I just think these videos are fun. So let's move on to the questions. Question number one, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Yes. I like to sit on the couch to read a majority of the time because I have back issues, and even like sitting up in bed after a while will hurt my back. My back needs support. I am working on like physically bettering myself so I can, it'll alleviate some of the pain. But for now, most of the time I will be sitting on the couch reading, or if I'm in bed, I have to be laying completely down, which gets kind of annoying because I have to roll around, like, you know, because then you sit like this and then your wrist falls asleep. Or maybe that's just me, maybe I have a fat head, I don't know, but that is it. And lately I have been reading outside, but again, the chair out there is not very good on my back. It's like a little camping director chair, so maybe I should invest in a better one. But we just set up our back patio with like a tent and all sorts of fun stuff, and I'm gardening now. I've planted seeds, so I do want to spend more time outside reading in the fresh air, you know, all that stuff. But I do need to invest in something that's not going to cause me pain. But so for now, it's mostly the couch. 90% of the time I read on the couch. Question number two, bookmark or random piece of paper? Honestly, 90% of the time it's a random piece of paper. Even though I make and sell bookmarks here at craft shows and stuff sometimes. Well, not with the pandemic. I've done one craft show in the last like year. But it's fine. Even though I make bookmarks, I don't always remember to like grab one or anything. Usually I'm in the middle, I just grab my book to excitedly start it, and then I'll just grab a scrap of paper, whatever I can find near me, and use it. So most of the time, a random paper. I do try with a bookmark, but it's not always. Question number three. Can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? Again, ideally, if I have any choice in the matter, I will stop at least at a paragraph break. I don't have to go to a chapter break. I will if I have the time, but at least I can't just stop in the middle of a paragraph or in the middle of a sentence. That's like barbaric, okay? That's a little crazy if you ask me. As a mom, obviously, sometimes there are interruptions, you know, in your life. So I do know one time I started a book and I had to like throw it down without a bookmark or anything in the middle of a paragraph, for all I remember. I don't even remember, because Claire was screaming that there was a huge bug in the bathroom, and it was a mess. So, you know, life happens, but if there's nothing going on, I absolutely read to the end of a paragraph. Question number four, do you eat or drink while reading? Yes. Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, I like, especially with my coffee, or yeah, if I'm eating cereal or something, like I'm gonna just have my book there and I'm gonna eat it and just hope nothing happens. Multitasking, music or TV while reading? No. No. That's not true. It's true. It's interesting because all these questions, of course, like life isn't always linear. Like there's nothing that says it's like this the entire time. So I'm going with majority. Most of the time I can't with a TV in the background. Even if it's a show that I'm not interested in, like sometimes their dialogue will come in and interrupt my reading. However, you know, I know you know, we're obsessed with K-dramas. So if my husband is watching a K-drama and I can't understand what they're saying, and as long as I keep my eyes on the book, it's fine. That doesn't bother me. Music I cannot listen to unless it's no lyrics. So if it's like instrumental or whatever, I could, but I don't. Like I don't have playlists or anything, so no. I prefer not to have anything going. Sometimes I'll put on like ocean sounds, or I have my fan on for white noise, but if it's got words that I can understand, I just can't listen to it at the same time. Question number 6, one book at a time or several at once. So when I was younger, I could not do multiple books at a time. Now, if I don't have 2 or 3 going at one time, it's a weird ass week for me. I don't know, I can easily switch between 2 or 3 books at a time. Question number 7, reading at home or everywhere. I can read anywhere, honestly. I mostly read at home though, because again, not only are we in a pandemic, but when I leave, usually it's not alone. Like I have Andrew with me or the kids, and sometimes we'll be going to the beach or something for me to sit and read while the kids play in the sand, you know. But most of the time I'm talking to Andrew, but every time I leave the house, I bring a book with me. Like last week, for example, I had to wait at the pharmacy for, I want to say like 30 minutes, and I read like a huge chunk of my book, and it was just really nice sitting there. Question number 8, reading out loud or silently in your head. Like honestly, do people actually read out loud? I mean, I don't want to sound judgmental, but like, what the heck? How do you, I don't know, I cannot read out loud. Not like one of the books that I'm reading for my enjoyment. If I'm reading out loud for Claire or Kai, like, or homeschool, okay, obviously. But if I'm reading just like this, I'm not gonna sit and be like, oh, chapter 18, the door swung open. Like, that would take forever. I couldn't. Question number 9, do you read ahead or even skip pages? Okay, this one really got me, okay? Because sometimes my eyes are traitors, and they will like try, literally almost on their own, if I'm in a really good spot in a book, they'll like try to move ahead a couple of paragraphs. I swear to you, like I'll notice it, I'm like, oh, I have to like snap back. Like, I know it's just my subconscious, and I honestly just think that my eyes can move faster than my brain is processing the words, you know. So sometimes I do, but not intentionally, and I really try not to do it, but it's just the weirdest thing. Let me know if that happens to you too. Question number 11, breaking the spine or keeping it like new. I don't ever intentionally break the spine, but when it happens, it's almost like a relief to me. Like, oh, thank God. See, like this one, she's still new and beautiful. I love the way they look when they are, you know, new, pristine, but it's gonna end up broken because if I'm eating and stuff, like, it's gonna break. And I guess the way I see it is like, looking good on a shelf is not the same as enjoying your reading experience. I would rather have a few creases in the spine and have it look less than ideal on my shelf, and enjoy the reading. Do you write in your books? No, not as of now. However, do I have it in here? Oh yeah. I just finished Starfish, which you will see in my vlog, which I'm gonna edit and upload in the next couple of days. This is the first book, except for Grant. I wanted to write in Grant, but I don't even own that Grant book. It's like 1,200 or 1,100 pages. But I listened to that one on audio, but I wanted to highlight it or tab it, and I wanted to write like little like notes in this. Like, I had the actual urge to write in this book. It affected me so much. I obviously didn't, because it's not my book. I would not ruin property like that. I think, because I used to think you cannot do that. It's like just so disgusting. Like, who does that? No offense to anyone who does it. And now I just find myself, it's not all about looking perfect and all that stuff. So like, it's about enjoying the books. And if I have a book that I know I'm gonna keep forever, I'm gonna, if I feel the need to, I'm gonna go ahead and just write in it, highlight it, do whatever I need to do, so I can come back to it in the future and be like, oh yeah, I loved this part and this part and that part, and this really affected me. If it's a book that's just like whatever, and I'm probably gonna donate it anyways, I probably won't. But times are changing. I'm really trying to enjoy my reading more, like in my own way, more than like looks and what other people think and stuff. Does that make sense? Okay. So that is it. If you guys feel like doing this tag too, I would love to see it. Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.